Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Corey Haim, born December 23, 1971, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, died March 10, 2010, in Burbank, California, USA, was a Canadian actor best known as one of the most prominent teen stars of the 1980s. With his boyish charm, bright smile, and natural charisma, Haim became a pop culture icon, particularly through his roles in coming-of-age and horror films. Glowing star early life. Corey Ian Haim grew up in Toronto, the son of Judy, a data processor, and Bernie Haim, a sales executive. Shy and reserved as a child, he originally wanted to become a professional ice hockey player. However, his mother enrolled him in drama classes to help him overcome his shyness, unintentionally setting him on the path to stardom. Clapperboard rise to fame. Haim's acting career began in the early 1980s with appearances in Canadian television series like The Edison Twins and his film debut in Firstborn, 1984. Alongside Sarah Jessica Parker and Robert Downey Jr., his performance caught the attention of Hollywood. His breakthrough came in 1986 with the coming-of-age film Lucas, in which he played a sensitive, nerdy boy who falls for an older girl. The role showcased his emotional depth and won critical praise, marking him as one of Hollywood's most promising young talents. Vampire. The Two Coreys era. Haim's next major success came with The Lost Boys, 1987, a cult classic vampire film that also starred Corey Feldman and Kiefer Sutherland. The movie's success turned Haim into a teenage heartthrob. Following The Lost Boys, Haim and Feldman formed a close friendship and professional partnership known as the Two Coreys. Together, they starred in several films, including License to Drive, 1988, Dream a Little Dream, 1989, Blown Away, 1992. Their chemistry on and off screen made them staples of late 1980s teen culture. Heartbreak. Struggles and decline. As Haim transitioned into adulthood, fame took a toll. The pressures of Hollywood, coupled with easy access to drugs, led to a long battle with addiction that overshadowed his career. Despite multiple rehab attempts and a few comeback efforts, he struggled to regain his former success. He appeared in several direct-to-video movies during the 1990s and early 2000s and reunited with Corey Feldman for the reality show The Two Coreys, 2007-2008, which documented their friendship and personal challenges. Death. On March 10, 2010, Corey Haim died in Burbank, California, at the age of 38. Although initial reports suggested a drug overdose, the official cause of death was pneumonia, complicated by an enlarged heart and narrowing blood vessels. His passing was widely mourned in Hollywood, particularly by fans who had grown up watching him in his prime. Face mask. Legacy. Corey Haim remains remembered as a symbol of 1980s youth culture, a talented, vulnerable actor whose early performances captured the innocence and confusion of adolescence. Despite the personal struggles that marked his later years, his work continues to resonate with fans and inspire new generations discovering his films. Famous films: Lucas, 1986, The Lost Boys, 1987, License to Drive, 1988, Dream a Little Dream, 1989, Murphy's Romance, 1985. Corey Haim, a bright star gone too soon. Seedling. Early life and childhood. Corey Ian Haim was born on December 23, 1971, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to Judy and Bernie Haim. His parents divorced when he was 11, and the separation had a profound effect on him. Haim grew up alongside his older sister, Carol, and was known as a quiet, polite, and shy child. As a young boy, he loved ice hockey and comic books and dreamed of playing for the NHL. His mother noticed his shyness and enrolled him in acting classes to build confidence. To everyone's surprise, young Corey had a natural gift for performing. His charm and authenticity immediately stood out. Face mask early career beginnings. Haim began acting in Canadian television commercials and small TV parts. His first major break came in the children's series The Edison Twins, 1982 to 1986, where he appeared in several episodes. This exposure led to his feature film debut in Firstborn, 1984. Acting alongside Sarah Jessica Parker, Robert Downey Jr., and Peter Weller. Even as a child actor, Haim showed raw emotion and a natural screen presence. In Silver Bullet, 1985, based on a Stephen King novella, Haim played a paraplegic boy who battles a werewolf. The movie's success increased his visibility in Hollywood and paved the way for his breakout performance. Glowing star breakthrough with Lucas, 1986. Haim's defining early role came with Lucas, 1986, where he played a sensitive and intelligent high school outcast who falls for an older girl, played by Carrie Green. The film was both heartfelt and tragic, and Haim's performance earned him critical acclaim. He received praise for portraying vulnerability and emotional honesty rare in teen films of the era. Critics began comparing him to James Dean and River Phoenix for his emotional depth and innocence. Man-Vampire: The Lost Boys and Teen Stardom. In 1987, Haim starred as Sam Emerson in The Lost Boys. Directed by Joel Schumacher, the film, about teenage vampires in a California beach town, was a stylish mix of horror and rock and roll energy. It became a cult classic, and Haim's performance as the funny, lovable younger brother earned him massive popularity. It was during The Lost Boys that Haim met Corey Feldman, beginning one of Hollywood's most famous friendships. The pair became inseparable, both on and off screen, and were affectionately nicknamed the Two Coreys. The Two Coreys era, 1988 to 1993. Together, Haim and Feldman starred in a series of teen hits that solidified their status as 1980s icons. License to Drive, 1988, a wild teenage comedy where Haim plays Les Anderson, a boy desperate to impress a girl and get his driver's license. It became a box office success. Dream a Little Dream, 1989, a body swap fantasy film that showcased their comedic chemistry. Blown Away, 1992, a steamy thriller co-starring Nicole Eggert. The duo also appeared together in magazines, music videos, and fan conventions. Their fame reached Beatlemania levels among teenage audiences. But behind the glamour, both Coreys struggled with the darker side of fame, pressure, exploitation, and early exposure to drugs. Heartbreak, struggles with addiction, and decline as Corey entered his 20s. His once promising career began to unravel. Fame had come too quickly, and without guidance, he fell into drug addiction, reportedly starting during The Lost Boys filming. The combination of wealth, access, and emotional pain led to a cycle of substance abuse that lasted most of his adult life. Despite multiple stints in rehab, Haim found it hard to stay clean. His dependency cost him movie roles, friendships, and financial stability. He filed for bankruptcy in 1997 and at times was reported to be living with his mother in modest conditions. Still, he continued to work, appearing in direct-to-video films like Fast Getaway, 1991, Prayer of the Roller Boys, 1990, Demolition High, 1996, Without Malice, 2000, although these projects were far from the mainstream hits of his youth. They reflected his persistent love for acting. TV comeback attempts and The Two Coreys reality show. In 2007, Corey reunited with Feldman for the A&E reality show The Two Coreys. which documented their friendship and struggles with addiction. The show revealed the tension between them. Feldman had built a stable life, while Haim was still battling personal demons. Despite its dramatic nature, fans appreciated seeing Haim's vulnerability and desire for recovery. He also appeared in small film projects, including Crank, High Voltage, 2009. Trying once again to rebuild his career. Candle death. Tragically, on March 10, 2010, Corey Haim died at the age of 38 in Burbank, California. Although early reports speculated a drug overdose. The official cause of death was pneumonia, complicated by an enlarged heart and narrowed blood vessels. He had been living with his mother at the time, and his death deeply saddened fans worldwide. Hollywood mourned the loss of a talent who had once been called the heart of the 1980s. Corey Feldman, devastated, called him a brother and dedicated numerous tributes in his honor. Clapperboard legacy. Corey Haim's story is both inspirational and tragic. He embodied the innocence, humor, and charm of 1980s youth culture, an era when teen stars ruled Hollywood. Films like Lucas and the Lost Boys continue to captivate new audiences, and Haim remains an enduring figure in pop culture memory. He also serves as a cautionary tale about the pressures of early fame and the lack of protection for child actors in the entertainment industry. To this day, Haim's fans keep his legacy alive through online tributes, fan pages, and film retrospectives. His mother, Judy Haim, has worked to preserve his memory and advocate for better mental health support for young actors. Film Frame's filmography highlights Firstborn, 1984, Silver Bullet, 1985, Murphy's Romance, 1985, Lucas, 1986, The Lost Boys, 1987, License to Drive, 1988, Dream a Little Dream, 1989, Prayer of the Roller Boys, 1990, Fast Getaway, 1991, Blown Away, 1992, Dizzy. Corey Haim's enduring appeal even years after his passing. Corey Haim remains a beloved figure to fans who grew up in the 1980s and to younger generations discovering his films today. His performances captured a rare emotional honesty that transcended time. Though his life was short, his legacy endures, a shining reminder of Hollywood's lost innocence and the brilliance of a boy who once made the world believe in magic. Corey Haim, the rise, fall, and heart of an 80s legend. Early life and family. Corey Ian Haim was born on December 23, 1971, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to Bernie Haim, a sales executive, and Judy Haim, a data processor. His family was of Jewish heritage. Corey had one sister, Carol, and a half-brother, Daniel, from his father's second marriage. From an early age, Corey was quiet, sensitive, and shy. He preferred hockey, video games, and drawing to crowds or attention. His parents divorced when he was just 11 years old, and this deeply affected him. The emotional pain from that period would later become a recurring theme in his personal struggles. To help him overcome shyness, his mother enrolled him in acting lessons, a decision that would change the course of his life forever. His sister Carol was already auditioning for commercials, so his entry into acting was partly by accident. But once in front of the camera, Corey had an undeniable natural talent. His charm wasn't rehearsed, it was real, and audiences would soon fall in love with it. Clapperboard. First steps into acting. By age 10, Corey began appearing in local commercials in Toronto. His television debut came in the Edison Twins, 1982, a Canadian children's adventure show, where he appeared in several episodes. His infectious smile and boy next door innocence quickly caught the attention of casting directors. His film debut followed in Firstborn, 1984, where he starred alongside Sarah Jessica Parker and Robert Downey Jr. Despite being the youngest actor on set, Haim impressed critics with his emotional authenticity. Shortly after, he took roles in Secret Admirer, 1985, and the Stephen King adaptation Silver Bullet, 1985, where he played a wheelchair-bound boy who discovers a werewolf is terrorizing his town. His bravery and emotion in that role helped him gain recognition as one of Hollywood's most promising child actors. He also appeared in Murphy's Romance, 1985, opposite Sally Field and James Garner.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.